My name is Audrey Pennell. I'm a realtor here in Charlotte, North Carolina in the South End area. We're here today with James Korpela. We're going to ask him a couple questions on our community series. This is our first episode here.
What do we call it? Community Conversations?
Our Community Conversations. Yep, that's a new name. We're going to stick with it.
I like it.
All right, so James, you own Horseshoe when you guys opened September 22nd.
September 22nd of 2022.
Yeah, so why'd you get started here? How'd you get started in South End?
So this whole idea of the Horseshoe was being kicked around and thought of for a while with myself and the Gamecocks Alumni Club for years. We were quietly looking all over the prominent areas of Charlotte, because one thing was for sure we needed to have in a good location where a lot of the younger alumni could come and descend on this place. So we looked for a few years, and then boom, right in the middle of looking, COVID happened. So ironically, we found this place during COVID because there wasn't a lot of commercial traction during COVID. So we got a pretty good deal to move into this place, rehab it. So it took us about 1.5 years to get this rehab built out.
So how'd you pick the name? Where'd the Horseshoe come from? I don't think I've asked you this before.
So it was a culmination of a couple different things. The Gamecocks gave me a whole bunch of different spots on their campus, just play on words with their names, years, like club in a year, almost like years that were prominent in South Carolina. And one of the areas of their campus, like their official quad popular place on campus, is called the Horseshoe. There's also was a bar in Columbia called the Horseshoe. Also good karma, good luck. Horseshoe's known for good, lucky. So it kind of all played in.
What would you give, what kind of advice would you give to someone who's starting a business, entrepreneur? Like, you do a lot of different things in our community. What would you tell someone who's starting out in any field?
One thing I would say, the biggest piece of advice I would say is whatever you're going to do, you have to be passionate about it. You can't just force something upon yourself because you think it's going to make money. Right. You have to believe in it and love what you're doing. You know how the saying, if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life. I truly believe that. Like, there's times, where I love, when I was working for somebody else, where I love going to work every day.
Yeah. Okay. So football season's coming up. So we have that coming up soon in September. And then what other events? Like, what do you have throughout the week? I know there's the music bingo Wednesdays.
Yeah. So
or
one
Thursdays.
of music bingo's Wednesday, trivia's Thursdays. I like to pride myself, that we have the best prizes in town. A lot of people still don't even realize that.
I do see that sometimes.
People, you go to other places, they give away a free hat and a $10 gift card. We're giving away a $100 gift card to either Ruth Chris or Morton's for first prize, or we'll give away Panther tickets, Hornets tickets. We have a legit first prize every single week.
For
both.
For music bingo.
And trivia. Yeah. September 2nd, South Carolina plays in Charlotte at the stadium, Bank of America Stadium. So everything's being focused on that weekend right now. Thousands of people, thousands of fans are going to be around here. Trio's probably going to open up early that day just because there's so many people in town. Yeah.
So being in the community for so long, what's your favorite part of the community?
To answer your question, probably meeting the people, meeting the everyday customer, and kind of literally learning, because I'm 40 now, the everyday South End customer is probably between 21 and 30, so I'm a little bit older than most of them, but getting out there and actually talking to them and seeing what works, what doesn't work, what kind of music works, what kind of music doesn't work, what kind of food, everything, just talking to them, meeting them, and then when they come back, they know who you are. And just getting that personal relationship with them, because when you have a small business, you need to know, you need that. You can't just be the standoffish corporate CEO or whatever you want to call it who doesn't want to be behind the scenes. In the local South End community, it's good to know people.
Well, thank you for coming to the community conversation, being our first interview. I think it was really helpful. I think it'll be cool to get your story out, and it's been fun.
Thank you.